go by boat, or I can walk across here and go kind of by land back there if you know how to do it. You don't get lost.
This is Nan Madol.
Very well said, Lewis. Very well said.
This is one of the islets I'll be working on too, but it's mostly underwater. But that's one of the reasons why I think we've been having geological subsidence since people started living here. That now the islets are covered with water. I don't think that's the way they would have been made originally. We found recently, last year, the very earliest deposits, archaeological deposits, are well underwater, permanently underwater. And that's about 200, AD 200 that we go back to.
That looks...
This is painting. The story is that they made coconut oil here to anoint the bodies of the deceased.
How do you know they made coconut oil here?
Well, this is the story from the oral history.
Oh, I see.
We don't know just from physical remains. There are several tombs in there. There is a place where you can see where they've made a fire to heat rocks. And with the hot rocks, they put them in a bowl with the coconut cream, and this made the oil come out of the coconut cream. Last week, I did find a human bone in the burial. What we had been told was the burial plot, so now I'm sure that there were interments.
How exciting! Have you found many?
No, because we've done little excavation, very little excavation, but I will do an excavation there later on. Yeah, why don't you go down here, unless you're in just too big of a hurry.
How big is Nan Madol?
It's about 80 hectares. It's about a mile this way by a half mile this way, and I live right down there.
You live in Nan Madol then?
Yeah, just on the edge of Nan Madol. Yeah.
Are you mostly excavating where they aren't neatly stacked?
Well, this is, I was just excavating on the fill on that islet. And I was interested in a particular, I was trying to determine whether the pottery was dated really early or whether the pottery was being used at the time the islet was being used. But it turns out that the pottery is really early, and it was probably discontinued later in time, and then the islets were built up the way you see them now. And so the pottery on the surface is just fortuitous. I just wanted to show you, this is where I've been expending a lot of sweat and energy.
Is that what all those flags are?
Those are artifacts.
Sweat and energy flags?
Yeah,
they each mark a
artifact.
Is that the oven you were talking about?
No, we can go down, it's right down there. But I didn't really mean to stop here, Lewis.
Good.
Where do you want to go?
Well, maybe you could just go to Etet and turn around and come back.
Okay.
Lewis, look at that back there. That's probably the biggest nos on Ponape.
Biggest
See, I never seen that.
It's a meeting house. It's a U-shaped meeting house.
You have been doing some
Looks
clearing.
like yams
Look at
over
this.
there, huh? Somebody planting yams? No?
No,
Oh.
We've cleared all of this. I didn't even know that that was a nos
What do you
before
call
we
this
started
one?
clearing.
Really?
This is Usinam.
Shinna.
And This is a large platform, and there are two other large platforms over there. And in the foreground here, you can't see it too well, but that's probably a burial area.
Well, who knows what you're gonna find?
Well, that's true. We've made some interesting finds just in the month we've been here. Things we didn't really suspect.
It's been thick like this for ages. Literally.
Well, it's funny. This has been known for so long, but very little systematic work has ever been done.
What's thick in there already? Look at that.
This is called Tay Top, and this is one of the biggest islets.
Big rock.
This wall here is 115 meters long, and there's a pool inside where they used to keep turtles in preparation for the ceremony that they had on Itet. This is Itet over here, where they had the turtle ceremony.
Imagine having this going right over here. Turtle pool. Yeah. Turtle pool up there.
This where you live?
That's my tent. But that's the mound from the stone oven. So this is the hole where the holy eel was kept. And only the very highest priests conducted the ceremony here.
What ceremony was
It was the ceremony that they had here in Nan Madol, something that they had to do every year as part of their ritual activities.
Well, maybe I'll watch it on.
If we can find it,
What?
TV.
That's Panketera, yeah. And Panketera, that's the next islet right there. And this is where the residence of the Saudalurs was.
Does it? We just
And-
saw a lot of it.
And there's also, there's several very large platforms in there. It has really pretty walls.
Oh,
That's Masau's land.
Oh, that is just beautiful.
He uses the land all the way down here too. I don't think he doesn't really own it, but he has the use rights.